this is what I'm doing today. Today, I'm going down to San Francisco for those of you who live in the California area. And I am going to CPMC, which is a medical facility with their own transplant center department. And I'm going to get a abdomen and pelvis scan. CPMC, their transplant department, much like UC Davis, also have their own set of requirements that they need. They interact with each other, but they have their own sets of things that they need. And the things they need aren't necessarily the same things that UC Davis or other transplant centers need. So I'm going down there today to get this CAT scan. Then from there, I have to schedule another appointment to go back down there at a future date to speak to their people, very similar to how I spoke to UC Davis. I've been to the CPMC facility before for something else, the HLH, when that was happening to me. But I'm going to a new facility that I have not been to. So I've never been here before. So this will be my first time going there. This will be their first time seeing me for this particular thing. And we're just going to get this over with. I'd be lying to you if I said that this wasn't a very arduous process. I've said this in the last video. I've said this before numerous times when it comes to trying to get on a kidney transplant. This is a long process. And it is not fun. It is not fun at all. And really, I'm just trying to get some wins. You know, with this whole kidney disease dialysis stuff, it's just loss after loss after loss after loss. And I just want to get some wins because wins will give me confidence, you know. And the best thing I can really do is just not have any expectations about kidney transplant, you know. Like, what's the point? If, I'm going through all of this and I'm still not active on the list. And on top of that, there's still the prospect of me waiting for like 100 years for them to give me a kidney. So the best advice I could give anybody watching this video is don't have expectations. Okay? Don't put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to kidney transplant because you might be waiting for like an eternity to get a donor. Just do the requirements. Don't be happy about it. Don't be super cheesy. Don't do all that. Don't get your hopes up that high, okay? Because you get your hopes up that high, and you could be waiting for 10 years on the list, and that's a long time to be optimistic. So my advice is just have a realistic expectation, or have no expectation. But if you do have to have an expectation, have a realistic one about this and about how long you're going to have to wait and about all of the things that you need to do. Temper that so if things don't work out, you don't get disappointed. Because I can tell you from personal experience, there are going to be a lot of times where you're going to be disappointed, deeply, deeply disappointed during this. So just get these stupid tests done, do whatever they ask you to do, be compliant so that way you can get on the list and start waiting. I would love to sit here and tell you that everything's going to work out if I just think happy thoughts. But I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out. I am putting my faith in a system that does not care about me. That way of thinking is not realistic for me. And that's just not what I do. I am a person that believes in results. I believe in being happy about something when it happens. But all of this, even still now, is still a huge unknown to me. Like, I'm still very new to this whole entire process. And there's this idea that you're just supposed to just shut up, wait your turn, and just be happy. You know what I mean? I'm not waiting in line at the movies. You know, like I'm waiting for a life changing like event here, and I take that very seriously. Next window on the left.
And here's Fillmore. Hayden Fillmore.
So this is the letter from CPMC, and this basically is indicating that I am currently inactive. As you can see right here, it says you will remain listed as inactive, because CPMC has their own like set of requirements that they need, just like UC Davis, and it varies from person to person. Like for me, this is what they need, right? So they need the angiogram, which I already did. They need the cardiac consult. They need a CT scan. So this is all the things that they need me to do. And it might be even more depending on what other tests they need me to fill out before they can move forward. But every transplant center has their own like certain requirements that they need you to do before they can move forward. The purpose of the CT scan today was to scan my my abdomen and my pelvis, because as you know, or some of you might not realize that, like, they don't just put the kidney back in the same place as your damaged kidney. They actually put it lower in the pelvic region, so they have to make sure that that blood flow is adequate to scan the arteries and the blood vessels to make sure that those are good. And if there's a problem there, they might have to go in and do something about that. So I did a CT scan today. So they're going to get the results back, and then they're going to give me a call, or I might have to call them per usual, and see what it says about what I have to do next, or if there was any obstruction or anything like that, and then I'll be able to move forward.